Hello. Today we will learn about acceleration. The previous class we have learned about speed, distance, displacement and velocity. Now we will talk about acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration definition is acceleration means increasing the speed or increasing the velocity. So, since we are talking about one-dimension motion, let's say a particle starts here with an initial speed u and it keeps increasing its speed until it reaches to a final speed v. Or you can call it as velocity because it's in the same direction, it's one direction. So speed and velocity are same here in this case because there's no change in direction. So velocity keeps on changing until it reaches the final velocity v. Then the acceleration is called as the change in velocity v minus u over the time taken for changing this velocity. So this is called as the acceleration. Sometimes it's called average acceleration because it gives you the difference between final and initial over time, interval of the time in which the change is taking place. So the velocity is changing from u to v in a time t, then we have acceleration is v minus u over t. And the units are meter over second squared. Also, is acceleration a vector or a scalar? You know velocity is vector. So change in velocity is also a vector. So vector over scalar is vector. So acceleration is vector. So velocity direction is this way and the change in velocity is this way and the acceleration also the same direction provided v is greater than u. If v is greater than u, this is positive. So acceleration is in the same direction as the velocity. But if v is less than u, then it will be negative. This acceleration will be reversed. So this is change in velocity, delta v we call it. Delta, the symbol delta stands for change. So change in velocity over time gives you acceleration a. So this acceleration can be in the same direction as the velocity or opposite depending upon these quantities. If v is greater than u, then a and v are in the same direction. If v is less than u, a is opposite to u in this one-dimensional motion. So yesterday in the previous class we have learned about velocity is equal to change in displacement. We'll call it as delta s over delta t. This is velocity in meters per second. And acceleration a is delta v over delta t. Remember that delta only stands for change. There's no big deal about it. So velocity and acceleration definitions. But you want to spread it, when you want to split it, then you got to write like this. So this you can write it as S final minus S initial over time taken. This is V final minus V initial over time taken. This is how we can separate them and use it into equations. Alright, so we will talk about the equation of motion in the next class. Thank you.